Hello everyone, it's Monica Anderson with Raw with Peace. We're gonna go live today for an hour or two to see, we're gonna go over messages from the body and are fed off of you guys, so questions that you guys have. Okay, it's just now 11, so I'm gonna wait for a few more people. We can also talk about the churches and what's going on or not going on with the churches. Right now we're going through a planetary time. Yes, please like this so that more people can know that I'm on, though I did make a video. But we can talk about the churches. That's a big hot topic with me. Talk about how are the churches helping people during this time? Are the churches talking about what's going on and preparing their congregations? Now, I'm mainly talking about, the Christian religion, even though I've studied all. Good morning, blue-eyed girl. Hey, distant 2021. I love it that you guys, the shining, hi there. I love it that you guys have your faces up or names. I'm really encouraging all of my new community that doesn't have a name and or some sort of an identity picture. Not that we want to ID ourselves. Hey, Chad. Chad's always supporting me, which I love. And I know I sent you information, Chad. I can't remember what it was, and I hope that it helped you. Because, I got you guys. I have lots of questions. Your name's Cheryl. Oh, hi, Cheryl. Yeah, you're finally catching me live. Yay. Hey, Julie. Everybody's listening to me saying hi, but super happy to see everybody. Do you guys want to go over the message book again? User 7744. Let's get a fun name for you. What are your thoughts on constellation, Dag? Oh, wow, that's a big question. Are you speaking of like what's going on planetarily and the energies? So right now, okay, this is telling me to swipe something. I don't know why. Yeah, so you guys want to know. So what this is behind me, I didn't even think about it because I told you guys it was going to be in my healing room. So we are in my healing room, in my home. I created a healing room and I'm actually going to open it up because I'm getting a quantum healing device that can treat 7 people, and it's supposed to be in refinement of the med bed. So it's more refined frequencies and it's really exclusive. And I'm getting that. I'm also getting scalar. But behind me, this is a salt wall. This is Himalayan salt. I don't know, some of you guys from like Northwest or Colorado or something, or if you live in Asheville, you can go into a salt room. Like the whole room is full of the salt, and then there's actually a salt generator, and the salt helps to, thank you. The salt helps to clear your essence, if you will. I'm always talking about salt water. I love salt and I love water, and I have them around me and in me all the time, as they give you much needed minerals. And then behind or in front of the salt wall is, can you guys see this? So I took it apart, or I took the bedding off because I wanted to show you. But this is all different crystals that are crushed up, and they're laid over a PEMF mat, which I have a controller right here. Oops, sorry you guys. It's plugged in. So I have a controller right here, and then this controller, the controller sets the PEMF, how high you have it, and what the PEMF mat does, and you can get all different ones. You can get them for your animals too. Here, let me read your comment. What is the machine you're using? Well, I've got lots of machines. No, that whole thing about the Himalayan salt, listen, this is like in every subject, but there's so much good out there and so much healing naturally, and they really don't want that. So there's definitely a campaign, right, to tell you that things are bad. I am an example, a living example of all of this. So no, don't keep your lamps on. I have them everywhere. I have like carved flowers of it, everything. That's just a bunch of junk that they're saying that has lead in it from whatever the mines in Pakistan, and that the people in Pakistan are being abused and that kind of thing. So, you know, let's talk about the pharmaceuticals, okay? You want to talk about something bad. You're literally prescribing to every one of us, if we want it, like horrible, horrible stuff. But then they want to tell us that our salt is bad, okay? You've got to use discernment, okay? And you've got to know the truth inside. So then when you hear stuff from the outside, it bumps up against your own truth, and you know that it's not right for you. Yeah, good. She's just saying she agrees, so that's good. Not that you guys have to agree with me. That's right. We're rewriting the matrix. We are leaving the matrix. This is the thing with me. I'm different from all other spiritualists, all other, truthers, whatever you want to call me. I'm not even called anything. I am here to show you what I have found through years of work, meditation, downloads. I don't pretend like I channel information and come on here and then have a following because I'm channeling some spiritual being. I am the spiritual being and I am here to just let you know that there are things to heal you, and that what is out in the matrix in terms of pharmaceuticals. Yeah, everybody please like, not because I want likes, but I want you guys to have access to this information. And the only way is to tell the algorithm that you guys are enjoying it. Good morning. Hey, David. Yeah, just watch and comment and like. So whenever I give information or whenever I give my opinion, like you guys know I'm hot about the church thing. That's right, Cheryl. We're all born spiritual. We've just had layers of density and lies and control put over us. And so our light has been dimmed. And so all the things that you see that I use, everything that I do is to enhance my light body and dehance or take away my density. Because my skin, all my organs, that's not me. Okay, so knee pain. So you guys starting to ask about that. Yeah, all the truthers are doing their part in some way. Yes, and everyone who's speaking out, it's so important to speak out. One thing I want to quickly say about knee pain or any kind of pain, what that is, and you can look up Dr. Daryl I believe his last name is Wolf, but I'm just concerned. But he talks about this, and I'm actually going to be speaking with him and going on with him. But your knees get crystallized, gets built up. The fluid in there gets built up, and then that causes it so your knees hurt. Yeah, what are you saying, David? Stand up and be counted. Is somebody... Yeah, because that's really what I want. I want everybody... So all the information that I give is all to activate you guys so that you guys realize who you are and you give back. I don't care if it's through TikTok, YouTube, any social media, Rumble, whatever. I do recommend though that I think that TikTok is a great like megaphone, just to get your message out, like yourself out, and then you can transfer people to your longer formats. But also, like with me, I had longer format and I did formal stuff through my coaching, but it just really didn't take off until people got to know my personality, which they did through TikTok. Yeah, so you guys are talking about, dairy causes inflammation. Yeah, 11:11. Woo woo. My spiritual awakening was like the big one that I blew off all of my programming was about 4.5 years ago when I delivered my daughter myself. At 43, I was 43. My midwives went to breakfast while I was in labor and I had to deliver her myself, but I needed to do it because you know what? I had all this doubt about myself and who I was and so much stuff that we all have. And then I just delivered. Not only did I deliver, but I created a human being and I delivered a human being. And now I'm raising a human being to bring light into the world. I'm raising her specifically to be somebody, I was reading the comments, to be somebody that changes the world and that's a leader and that is our future. She doesn't get burdened down with chemicals. Thank you, David. Yeah, I'll have to do a tour of it sometime, but I've got, like I said, I got my artist here painting a mural, which you guys will die when you see that. But let's see, now researching toward, so no church TV. Yeah, so this is what you've got to do. Right now. Okay, the time is up. The time is up now. And I don't care what religion you are. I don't care any of that because none of that matters. We're all one. We're all connected. We're all part of the same divine source energy. And in order to figure out that knowledge and to make that true connection, and I'm telling you, like I was in church for, oh my God, my whole life, 40 years or so. My dad was a pastor. I taught Bible study. I've been to every pastor's church, big churches, small churches, done it all. And everything that happened was me feeling like, where is this connection that they're all talking about? How are they wanting to get up and do whatever they're saying, like read your Bible every day and pray every day. If you give us, to your regular tithe, that, all this stuff is going to happen. And it was like everything was outside of me. And I was programmed to believe that everything, yeah, that's right. Don't forget that 10%. Doesn't even mean that. But then when I awokened, I had been asking these questions before, really questioning it. And I was actually worried about what am I going to do with my new child? Because I want her to know God. But if I left the church, or, if she's not in church, how's she going to know? Because I didn't know. But that's exactly what I needed to do. And after I had her, all these downloads and the truth, I started silencing. That's what you have to do. And Cheryl was mentioning, you've got to turn everything off. Like, don't listen to any spiritual speakers. Don't listen to because there's so much noise and so much distraction. I mean, even I could be a distraction or a noise, especially if you just come across one of my videos kind of out of context and I seem, some people think that I don't seem kind. But I want to talk about that because, oh, cool. I was reading your thing about your daughter. I want to talk about this whole idea that if you're, one with God, which we all are, we just haven't found it, we're disconnected. But if you're one with God or you're spiritual, you can't have this side of you or this piece of you that's, strong and tough. And people are really taken aback because I am very, strong in what I say. But the reason why I'm strong in what I say, and I've established boundaries, and I lived for 40 years letting everybody and everything walk all over my boundaries and not being my true self and not understanding that the feeling, the sickness. I had Hashimoto's. I was pre-diabetic at one point, and they were like, you're going to have to be on metformin. They put me on, I had grade 3, if you can believe it, with how my skin is. 10 years ago, I had grade 3 acne all through here. It's all cystic acne. All of these physical things. And they were all emotional. They were all tied to emotional pain that I was allowing in my life because I thought I was told by the church and everything that I had to. Yeah, the people at the church are so amazing. And they're innocent to a point, like I said yesterday. But I can tell you this, that if somebody like me, and I've thought about walking into one of these churches, because there's literally churches on every block here. I'm in upstate South Carolina, and I'm not kidding. You could stub your toe on a church walking out my door. Oh yeah, the Vatican's evil. Okay, but all of that stuff, this is so amazing. Hey, North Carolina. Yeah, everybody kind of say where they're from. Put comments in saying where you're from. I was talking to a couple of you guys from Australia last night, and I definitely plan on going out to Australia at some point. I was thinking, this thing is going, and I'm going to be opening up a group for us all to join, probably on Facebook, kind of like a spiritual group, and we can all just kind of pop in there, and I can do talks, and we can sit around and chit chat, and we'll do some master classes and all that. And I'm also looking at doing speaking around the world. And if I go to Australia, then I would love to see everybody there. And I'm also going to start planning some retreats. So I think I might do 2. Facebook's done. Send me a message about that. I was talking to my business coach yesterday, and I know Facebook is done, and it sucks, but I I like the way, as far as doing a group where we could all sit in there, because I can also do master classes and Zooms, which I will, because I'm going to be doing that. But yeah, so I'm looking at doing retreats. I've done them before locally when I lived in Washington, and I will eventually on my healing center. I'm actually going to have yurts and like tiny houses, and then everyone can stay in their yurt. And trust me, it's not going to be I make everything, even though I'm like really natural, I make everything super luxurious. I'm all about luxury and comfort. Yeah, master classes and group lives. Is there a way to do group lives? Like, what does that mean? Oh yeah, Emmy, I'd love to join your retreats or groups in Sydney, Australia. Yeah, well, I went to Australia. Let's see, I was there in Sydney and Melbourne maybe 6 years ago. Maybe not that long ago, but I love it. I love it. And I would love to go to the Outback and what if we did like a retreat? So I'm thinking about doing two type of retreats. So one kind of like the newly awakened retreat that would be probably, more of maybe I'd do it locally here in South Carolina and do something really cute. There's like a tree house, this place where you can lease. I could get all these tree houses and we can all stay in our own, and then do learn like holistic food. I'll get like a holistic chef. And even though I could do all this stuff, but I can't do it all. I'm the coordinator, but I'm good at directing so that everything is super. I love everything to be super beautiful and super luxurious and ritualistic in the sense of ideas for you to take home. And I want to wait, we won't be living in our home that we live in now. I don't know what you're talking about, but oh, that's so sweet. You'll pick me up. Well, yeah, I would love that. I really love this that I'm creating. Yep, It's Easier Creative Society is about the half part 3D. Yeah, so this is what I think about the Creative Society based on my internal compass, my internal knowing. About 10 hours of research and a background check on Robbie. They are capitalizing on the fear, and that is from the old world. That's the old system, the old beast system. We are coming out of it. And the parasites that are left, they don't have any power. And they know it, but they are trying to get the last few souls that they can. Yeah, Creative Society is bad news, everybody. Bad news. And you guys know it, okay? You guys know it. Yeah, we just need 1,500 likes. 17. Whoop, whoop. We love number 17. Oh, speaking of that, I want to show you guys something you'll think is really cool. Like, this is how crazy I am. Okay, what do you guys think of this blanket? It's Great Awakening blanket. It's got, all the stuff that I talk about in a blanket. Rainbow light body, collective consciousness. Yeah, David, isn't it awesome? I literally can wrap myself up in truth. So when people say, how do you know things? Can I tell them? Well, I read my blanket. That's how I know things. But really, truly, that is how I learned a lot of stuff, because it is a super cozy worm. But I have a poster. Let me see if I can show you guys. You know, I have all these weird posters. See that poster right there? Okay, that's the blanket in a poster. So what I did a few years ago is because I was like, I mean, I am taking a course to get my master's. I've got my bachelor's, but my master's in metaphysics. But I wanted a way to study all of this information, right? There's so much. So what I did was I started at the beginning of the map, okay, where we are, which is down here. Okay, I started at the beginning subject, Cabal, Deep State, Illuminati, secret societies, okay? And I was like, oh, what are those? What are the secret societies? Looked them up. Of course, that leads you into a whole bunch of other stuff. Council of 200, corrupt elite control group. Looked up them, learned about them, looked up all the people that were on there. Bye, David. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for hyping me. See, look at this. What do you guys see on here? I know it's backwards. I've got to figure out that invert. It says weaponized food. Okay, weaponized food. So then you know they're weaponizing your food, and then you start looking it up. Sheep asleep, engineered diseases. Yeah, all of our diseases that you guys are labeled with. Yeah, this blanket is so cool. I'm gonna just wrap myself in it while I talk. But that's how you do it, is like you're saying, Bruce, you've got to get the information in front of you, get a good cup of coffee, and just start diving in. I mean, I probably spent 3 years after I delivered my child, really before that, but after I delivered her, it was just like head down and figuring it out. And then when I got to the spiritual, when I made that connection, I was just overwhelmed, and I don't know, I found myself. I integrated my soul. What do you think about mediums that claim to be able to help you manifest and get over blocks? Well, I mean, mediums, everybody is a medium, okay? Everybody can get to this point where they tune in to people. I can just look at somebody and when I meet them in person is a lot better, but I can do it over Zoom too. But I can tell you a lot about yourself just by looking at you. And then I personally have a strategy on how to break down those issues and work backwards. But one thing that I don't like that is going on in this spiritual community, one, it's always been about making money, right? Like making money off of people. And you're making money off of people to supposedly you're wanting to help them, and help them do what? So I'm wanting to help people connect their soul back to them. And whatever I can do to do that, I will. But I think you just have to use your discernment. You know, there's a lot of people that can do that. But what's super important, and you know, David and I actually talked about this because he was talking about some people that he listens to, and speaker wise, and he was saying, well, if they have good information, then why does it matter what they believe? Well, it does, because if you're hearing truth from somebody, and they, one, one, you don't see it in their own life. So somebody who's talking about manifestation should have a pretty good life, because once you're connected to, it's not that there's anything wrong with charging, because, people need to make money. Like, I'm doing things purely by donation in terms of my consulting, I guess, because I consult women or people on their business too, because I know a lot about that. And I decided, because I don't know what to charge people, but there is the universal law of reciprocity. And if you are giving, and then you're not, and no one's reciprocating, then that makes the human bitter. And so there has to be a give and take. So I have just started where I'm doing a donation, like whatever you think that it's worth to you, and trusting the universe for everything. Yeah, everyone has the ability to grow in Christ, okay? But I'm going to give you guys some coding. But you just have to, okay, there's only 45 people in here. And what time? We're at 11:30. So if you guys want to continue, then hit the like and give me some comments. Do you guys want to look up anything in the book? Messages from the body? Thank you, Michelle. So sweet. I love how supportive you are, Michelle, and I hope that we continue to connect. Okay, Teresa. Maybe you're answering somebody's question. Creative side is showing all the worlds of catastrophe before showing how to fix our planet. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. Whatever you focus on, and whatever you focus on right now, I'm ready. My family, I need a financial reset. Okay, make the financial reset in your mind first. Okay? You're an abundant being. There's enough resources on this planet for every single being to be abundant. You have to believe that for that truth to be revealed to you. I was telling yesterday that you don't need money. Can you answer my question? What was it, hun? Can you answer my question about, please? I don't know what the question was. Just ask it again. You need a job. What kind of job, Teresa? Oh, yeah. Iraqi dinars? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. It's been 15 years waiting, but it's happening. Okay? It's happening. The RV is going to happen first. It has to. It has to, because all the currency in the whole world has to be reevaluated, which I believe it's already been reevaluated. We're just waiting. I'm just, in May, non-vax would be able to travel to the US. What great news. You're just here for views on spirituality. Okay. Yeah, I should show you guys my garden. I don't know if you probably can't see it from up here, but I want to show you guys it. Maybe I'll do a live from up there one day. So okay, so lots of questions. So ask about med beds, healing technologies coming out. I'm personally getting invested in a technology, a quantum healing device, which is what they want them called. They don't want them called med beds. The Alliance doesn't. But I'm getting a healing device, and it can heal up to 7 people. I have, you can't see it, but I have underneath, I have a Rife machine down there. I've got PMF mat. I've got my beautiful salt wall. I've got, I even have a red light therapy, which red light therapy, you guys, any of you guys, let me just turn this. You could kind of see it and I'll turn it on. It's actually where my massage chair is. I'm going to have a sauna coming next month, and this goes with it. But listen, this is super important for your health. Let me show you guys. Okay, you see that? I'm sure you guys, a lot of you guys have it. But what's so great about it is that, and your body can handle up to about 20 minutes. I'll just let it run because it's really good. You guys are getting that frequency still. Yeah, isn't it? So what does it do? So red light therapy helps regenerate the cells. Helps if you are out in the sun too much. Just kind of, so if you just think about yourself as a light body. Yeah, my skin, see, I don't even need filters. I know everybody makes fun of my eyebrows, you know, but that's just part of my look. It's just because it's kind of my old 3D. I come from aesthetics. I modeled for years from age 10 to age 20-ish. I don't know. I've just always been into this, but skin is my thing. And now my skin is like glowing. You can see it in this light. But hopefully I'm beautiful from the inside out now instead of the opposite. But the red light is very healing because we're electromagnetic beings, right? And so how much longer till the world finds out the truth? Well, things are getting unveiled right now, and we're going through in a big eclipse right now, and that is going to unveil tons of information. A lot of you guys are going to be confronted with a lot of spiritual things that are going to shake you, and they're going to shake you, and they're going to force you to look within for the answers. And again, this is why I'm here, because I know that when this happens to everybody, see, I've had years to slowly integrate this. Oh, definitely. Are you talking about Washington State is lower vibe? Or DC. DC isn't a state, it's a foreign. But if you're talking about Washington State, yeah. I moved from there because it's very low vibe and people are very insane there. Even though I love it. I live there. I moved there when I was like 5 and moved out when I was 40. And I'm 40, I don't know if I'm 48 or 49 right now. Okay, the brand of the red light. Well, you know what? I got it through, I'll get some information, but that red light is for a sauna that I have. And the sauna's coming and it's going to go inside of it. But I'm not sure if you can buy just that panel, probably. But I'll have to get back to you on that. Oh yeah, I stopped paying attention to birthdays. Yeah, because I'm not getting older. I've actually reversed age. I've had my telomeres taken. And I've had like Dutch tests. I've had, which I know you need to keep doing it. But okay. Oh, good. My husband's on here. Yay. He's saying you can buy the light, just the light and stand. Hun, can you put the company name or, whatever about it? Cause he's been handling all of that. But yeah, the light, you want to absorb You want to absorb as much light as you can, because think about it like this. Think about your body as a battery, okay? Just forget all the skin and all that. That's not what we're working. We're trying to get past that. We're working with an electromagnetic body, and that, think of it as like your cell phone, okay? And you've got that little battery on there, and it's like you start feeling depleted, you start feeling annoyed or whatever when you're around somebody. Imagine like a little bar going down, okay? The red light, the PEMF mat, massage, meditation, organic foods, light foods, fruits, juices, all of that. It's all to charge your light body, because we're going into rainbow bodies. And that's even on the blanket. What do you want to know, Cheryl, about the Creative Society? Because I've talked about it. I've done videos about it. I've talked about it today. I'm happy to talk about it again. They're an organization that is trying to take advantage of the time that we're in. And they are trying to scare the bejesus out of people. And people just hear, oh, we're giving you a house, we're giving you this. But they're not listening to what he's saying, what they're saying that you're actually gonna get. And then who's they? Why? So we're gonna go from one group of controllers to another group to control us and tell us what kind of home we can live in? I don't think so. I'm actually having my mind to start creating an alternative group and marketing it, of the evolution of the new human that walks in love, that are creators. And we get these groups organized and understood how to do it in their communities. I don't think people know how to do this in their communities, or what things that they could do. And that's something I'd really love to talk about on here. What are some things that you guys can do? Here, like the screen, you guys. What are some things that you guys can do to, in your communities today? How many of you guys are going to go out today? So I'm going to finish with this live probably in 15 minutes. And I'm going to the Chili Festival here in Belton, which is where I live. It's a tiny little town. And I always look for like what I can do. I'm going to be meeting a midwife and a doula and other people there. Yeah, so the community garden. So that's one of the things I'm doing. I'm building this huge garden, and I'm going to be packaging up the food and giving it as baskets to people, kind of like a healthy farmer's market. And I'm just starting it. You know, I've got the garden being built, I'm getting the greenhouse going and all that, but it's probably going to take a little bit. But starting a co-op, like, is it like a Gleaners? You know about Gleaners, where you could get all the like used food, not used, but somewhat expired food for the grocery stores, and then people can come and get it, but you have to have people to organize it. No, not Missouri, South Carolina, upstate South Carolina. It's gorgeous here. It's like a tropical Washington state. There's hiking, rivers. Oh my gosh, so many creatures, little creatures are here I've never seen. And beautiful flowers, which you know, probably know. I'm obsessed with flowers. I love them. Yeah, Southern Girl, that's right. We all need to stick together. And this is what I want to do. And this is what I want to raise my platform for. I'm not sure how many followers I have right now, but it's not that many for how many people need to be reached. maybe like 16, 17,000 followers, which oh my God, I'm so happy about. But I want 1 million followers because what I want is to create a group of us that all kind of work together to get the word out. We'll put baskets together for the community. Awesome. That's so great. I'm going to walk across a really long bridge later, but we have mega chemtrails. Okay, chemtrails are spraying good now. Please know that. Please believe that. They're spraying HCQ, hydrochloroquine, and monatomic gold to be specific. And I'm looking into, those are the only two that I can verify. Yeah, so yesterday the sun was so gorgeous and golden, and then I watched them cover it, but I really think that the reason they're covering it is because they are trying to buffer the heat, because the solar flares are happening and they're huge. You can go to solarweather.com. And you can also check the Schumann resonance, and you guys are probably all having symptoms. And you need to, these next 2 weeks are going to be very, very, very difficult for some people. Okay, see this comment right here. Monica, believe me, I want a more peaceful, loving world, but humanity will never allow it. Okay, no. I shouldn't even have read that out loud because it puts the resonance of those words out. Humanity will allow it. We are humanity. I am, and anybody associated with me is taking back this earth. We're changing this earth. We're going to learn how to get back to the earth. We're going to learn we're going to relearn, some of us for the first time, how to grow our own food, get off pharmaceuticals, which are so evil, so evil. We are going to get into our light bodies. We are going to get ourselves strong, and we are going to take back what they did, and there's no other option than to do that. Okay, they have not won. They do not have the power anymore, and you cannot believe that. What you believe is what you project. Yeah, this is what this is all about. What we're going through, all these systems that are leaving us. We've been programmed to look outside of ourselves in order to be able to survive. We've been put in survival mode. We've been put in fight or flight mode, and that is causing us to be sick. And then we have to go use our disgusting drugs, and then those drugs give us side effects, and then we go get more drugs, and then we go to church and we talk about our problems, and we talk about how horrible society is, and what are we going to do? No. Okay? We've got to stop that. That's right. Our DNA is upgrading. That's why I want you out in the sun. Think of the sun as, yeah, I know I'm preaching. I have I don't know if I've got a preacher background and I'm a speaker, but I get going on this topic because it's serious. And you know who I really want to talk about is that I want to talk to the parents. I want to talk to the mothers that are living in victim, the mothers that are allowing another being to tell them how to live, what they have to do, what their requirements are to exist. And the mothers are depleting themselves. and they have nothing to give back to their children. And so they go outside of the home and go work in a job and stick their kids into daycare or into with strangers, and they're rushing after work to get home and get their kids home and slap some horrible dinner. And all the while, moms, you're separating yourself from your soul, and your kids are copying that. Yep. Cleanse your chakras, get aligned, get everything aligned. No, I never sugarcoat. If you want to be sugarcoated, if you want to feel good in terms of, just stay where you are, I am definitely not the person for you. Okay, it's going to get difficult over the next couple of weeks because the way the energies are, they are aligned so that everything is uprooted within our beings. That's why I'm going over that book, because I want people to get rid of their emotional body that's sticking on to them and that is making it so they cannot connect. So these next 2 weeks, it's going to be really difficult for people that are focused on negativity and focused on their victim story and refuse to let it go. People who hear people like me and are very angry because they are being confronted with a truth that they don't want to see. And I know this because when I was confronted with this, when my dad was alive, I was starting to realize all of this, and I was asking him, and all I could get was condemnation and told that he's really disappointed that I'm not in church. And everything was not about like, so glad that you're trying to find your connection, but you're wrong, you're sinning. And we've got to get away from that. And all those things are going to be brought up. They're going to be brought up. And so when you get things brought up this 2 weeks, this, like right now, look at it and say, oh, what is that? Like, that doesn't, like if you hear something I say and it makes you feel uncomfortable, just sit with it. When you think that you've come with a revelation and you understand things, just before you think you understand it, just sit with it for a while. Okay? Sit with it. Block everything out. You know that you're on your path to this when you can sit in silence and be in silence and the monkey mind goes away. You just have to every day give yourself like 5 minutes, and then little by little your brain starts realizing what you're doing, and then you make that connection, and it's, oh my God, it'll make me cry if I talk about it. I hope I get to enjoy this before I get too old. What do you mean? I know. I always want to be in solitude. I actually, even though ironically I'm on Twitter, or not Twitter, TikTok, but that's because that's what I'm supposed to do. But I love being in silence, and I feel like I'm to the point now where I could go to like a monastery and just live there. But I have my husband and my daughter, and of course my animals. I have 7 animals, and I have all of you guys, and I have my community here in Belton, and I feel like I am a way shower for everyone to help move everybody through this. And so, yeah, that's beautiful. You live in the mountains. That's basically, I live in the mountains too. And I love it. And I can just drive outside to anything I want. Yeah, get out in nature. If you live in the city, and if you guys do live in the city and you have an opportunity to move out of it, I would. Yeah, exactly. TikTok, I just use everything as a tool. User 877, what are you waiting on? Yeah, you got to be vigilant of the world at the same time, but it really is good to completely detach from it for a while you're going through your spiritual journey. Um, oh, yeah, I mean, right now, yeah, camping. See, I love, like, you guys were all, I mean, most of us are from the United States, and I feel like we could totally do, I just see doing gatherings in the future. I'm planning on, this is for my investors, my humanity investors, I guess you want to say. But once all this stuff hits and we're all done, I want to have a huge, Great Gatsby party, like a Roaring Twenties party, where we all dress up and celebrate everything that we've been through. And I would love it if everybody came, of my community that I'm building, that you guys I talk to. Okay, it's getting to be about noon. So I think I'm gonna go, because I'm gonna go. Thank you, Gilly, it's so sweet. And Teresa, I love you guys. I will probably do posts, so I do my posts. I don't know how you guys are like looking for my posts now, because some days, I try to do posts every day. But I basically am doing like kind of like lives, but without being on live, so that I can answer your questions. So if you guys have questions today, or think of something, or you're watching some of my other videos, feel free to ask, and I may make a video to answer you. And yay, you like the Great Gatsby party idea. Awesome. Okay, so everybody just keep on getting connected, share my stuff, tell your people. I'm at rawwithpeace_Monica on Instagram. But if you go to my link tree, which is on this profile up here, then you can see all my social medias, and also put your email on the mailing list. I'm not going to be emailing you anything. But it's just a way for me to have everybody's contact. If all the networks go down and they get restarted or something, then I won't have you guys. But always know you can look up Raw with Peace, and I'm all over the internet, and I'm getting that phrase like coined, I guess you want to say, trademarked. And so you can always try to find me through Raw with Peace, and I'm on LinkedIn and all that. So we will definitely stay connected, but I don't think that we're going to have that problem, because things have really shifted. I could be wrong, but things have really shifted, and I feel like but these next 2 weeks, I'm going to see you again before then, but just everybody take it easy. Okay. Don't talk to your wives or husbands about anything, anything, anything big like finances or anything, because it's just, you need to be focused on yourself and get yourself peaceful, and govern your space, your personal space. It's very, 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 very important to make that a priority. Create a beautiful space for yourself, and just keep all negativity at bay. You tell whoever you're living with that they just need to just leave you alone. My husband's saying the red light is normally $2,000, on sale for $1,500 plus free stand. Instagram is saying you're not showing up. What do you mean? It should be at Monica, or no, at Raw with Peace _Monica. I believe I changed it so it would be the same as this. And because everybody wants to know my name, or my whatever. Yeah, that light, so this light's $2,000, but they do have less expensive lights. We want to make sure that's in the 700, like, I don't think it's wattage. I don't think it's wattage, but you'll know when you look at it. But they are a little pricey, but just think about it as your healthcare. Like, we don't have healthcare. We don't go into their freaking clinics and do anything. We don't even need to. And I've totally healed myself, and I heal my family. So, okay, you guys, follow me if you're not following me. Hit a few more likes. Go to my link tree. Go out today. Smile at somebody. Help somebody. Shed your light out so they know there's good people here. Okay, bye-bye.